for me hands!
For whatever damn reason, people have been wanting me to talk about this strange little game called Glover. Having absolutely no knowledge of this game until recently, people have been asking me for about 4 years to make a video about Glover, and now I'm making a video about Glover. But why? I suppose this game falls into the same category as a hidden gem, much like Chameleon Twist and Mischief Makers. So, before I started this, I thought to myself, this might actually be a good game. So put on your stupid ass oversized cartoon gloves and join me as I'll be slowly dying inside. Look at this game thinking it has physics. Glover for the Nintendo 64 and 1 year later for the PlayStation is a game for the Nintendo 64. It was developed by our good old friend, pal, and buddy Interactive Studios, who are now known as Blitz Games. Oh, they don't exist anymore? Huh. They went ahead to create a bunch of classics such as Chicken Run and Sneak King. Just mwah. But Glover was the studio's first hit. Sort of. The idea of developing a game where the main character you control is a freaking glove, you would think that the game would be about grabbing stuff, punching things, or flipping the bird, I don't know. But none of that happens in this game. The main objective of this game is to roll a stupid ball around. You're supposed to roll it from the beginning of the level to the end of the level while avoiding enemies, traps, and other obstacles that'll make you want to commit seppuku. So, this is a puzzle platformer. Sounds like fun. The game begins with this weird-ass looking wizard who, instead of pouring the contents of whatever was in those vials, he just throws both of them in there like a real chemist. The chicken stew turns the wizard into stone and falls down to the bottom of the tower while his hands get separated from his arms. Yeah, I hate when that happens. Introducing Glover, the hand that you will be playing as well as the main villain of this game, the other hand. Kinda looks like Oogie Boogie. The whatever crystals falls from the castle and Glover turns all of them into beach balls and they all bounce into different worlds, so your job is to go and get them. The first time I got to move Glover around and seeing that filthy ball in front of me, I knew that this was going to be a complicated game, so I decided to go through the tutorial level so that I could learn the basics. And damn it, will I be frustrated as hell during this playthrough. So the controls consist of you guiding this ball through obstacles and shit while throwing, bouncing, slapping, and balance on it with your tippy toes. Fingers. Alright, that's all fine and well, let's head to the first level. Why am I in water? I suddenly find out that there are also collectibles in this game, and they're called Garibs, which completely screws me over, because being the turd that I am, of course I would want to collect all of them. But that's not gonna happen. You see, each world has 3 levels with a boss fight at the end, and if you collect all the Garibs, you get to play a bonus level, which I didn't get to do because I never collected all of them. Oops. I just decided to roll the ball wherever the level would take me while trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing with my pathetic life. You can also move around on your own without the ball in case you want to collect some stupid shit, as well as breaking stuff with your fist slam move. Oh yeah, the good old fist slam move. Yeah, I do that all the time, just like... So here's a fun thing. Not only do you lose a life if you happen to lose all of your hearts or falling off the level like an idiot, but if your ball falls off as well, then you'll lose a life. So you and your ball share the same soul. Not saying that I like to play around with balls, I mean, hold on. So there are multiple ways you can move the ball around. We've got the regular roll, of course, but you can also throw it wherever you like. You can do regular pathetic throws, lob it upwards, or spank it to oblivion like... You can also bounce the ball like a basketball and then stop in mid-air if you feel like throwing that sucker somewhere. See, there are so many ways you can move the ball around, which seems like a good thing, and It is, but it sometimes becomes extremely frustrating. You pretty much only use two or three buttons to perform all of these moves. You just have to either tap a button or hold it down or double tap it, and doing this will perform completely different actions. So sometimes you're just sitting there like, I did not mean to do that! Luckily, you will get a thingy which would tell you exactly where the ball is gonna land when you throw it, and boy am I glad this feature exists. Why would you lie? Not only is your ball a stupid bouncy rubber ball, but it's also a bowling ball, a metal ball, and a crystal. The bowling ball is used to smack it into enemies and crush things. The metal ball, I honestly don't know. I only used it like once when you were forced to use some magnetic machine. And the crystal is used to get bonus points while grabbing garibs. But it breaks very easily, so haha, I died. You know what I wished the ball could transform into? Salt. Like I mentioned, after you've beaten the 3 levels of the world, you are sent to the boss fight. And the first boss I fought, I had little to no idea what I was supposed to do. So I slap a bowling ball its way and it loses a health point. Okay, I suppose that's what I gotta do. Okay, I suppose that's not what I gotta do. It sometimes felt like the rules kept changing as the fight went on, but I managed to beat it in the end after a good couple of minutes. Oh, I'm supposed to move. Well done! But you missed some garibs. How about you piss off? Once you beat a boss, you retrieve the ball from that world so you can place its crystal form onto the fountain where your wizard form is now acting as a statue. Freaking idiot. Each world's got a different theme. Except for their hubs. They all look exactly the same. Cool. We've got an Atlantis world, carnival world, pirate world, prehistoric world, horror world, and a space world. And yes, I know some of them has got different names, but I don't give a shit and neither should you. Now this is kind of fun, bouncing the ball on a trampoline to reach this platform and fuck. These are spinning teacups, huh? That's kind of cute. Let me just change the ball back to rubber form and... Okay. Things starts to get extremely frustrating during the second world as there are a lot of spinning platforms and just, well, everything is fucking moving. So unless you've mastered pretty much everything about controlling this stupid ass ball, then you will encounter a good chunk of situations where you're gonna wish that you were dead. Let's just say that there are a lot of unfair moments where you can't help but accept the fact that you are a worthless piece of shit. I've already experienced Olive Garden, so I'm already well prepared for this. The camera doesn't really do you any favors either. I mean, sometimes it's completely fine, but when you get to a part where everything is, well, moving, you will be playing fisticuffs with both your ball and the camera. Oh, this fan is blowing me away. Better switch to the bowling ball or something. Oh, excuse me? Excuse me? Could you be a nice little game and get this shit away from my face? And I fell. This bastard just stole my ball. What the hell do I do? Ow! Stupid beast. I guess my main gripe with this game is that it feels like it's very slow, but you still gotta have quick reflexes because you need to constantly keep track of what your stupid ball is doing and making sure that it's not falling down a goddamn pit or something. It's like making sure that your newborn baby isn't going to the bathroom and drinking bleach. Relatable, yeah, I know. So, as you can tell by me trying to explain it as much as I can, if I had to describe this game with one word, it would be enjoyingly frustrating. Oh shit. As you're playing more and more of this game, you... Oh, who's this little guy? Hey, knock that off! No! You think that's fucking funny, don't ya? The music is pretty alright. Nothing special or anything like that, but it's nothing that you will hate. But still, whoever decided to put seagull noises into a song deserves a fucking medal. Let's go back to the bosses again. I swear these are the dumbest bosses I've ever had the annoying privilege of fighting. When I say dumbest, I mean that it feels like the game is making fun of you, because what you might think is the obvious way of fighting them, it's actually not what you think at all. Not even close. You would assume that you would need to smack this stupid ass monkey with a bowling ball, because that's what you normally use to kill enemies in this game, but instead you have to let him swing on his tree like the idiot he is and slam him with a rubber ball, and there he goes. And one of the monkeys stole my ball. There's Frankenstein's monster, where you need to raise these platforms by lowering the opposite ones, so you can reach the top. But you literally got little to no time before he kicks the shit out of these platforms, making your ball fall down, so that you have to do everything from the beginning. So yeah, not a fan. Well done, but you missed some garibs. Yeah, I don't care. Man, this game becomes more and more unfair the more you progress. At one point you get this random ass spike trap popping up out of nowhere, but now you know it's gonna show up at least. You just had to lose a life to gain that knowledge. So we gotta get back there and... okay, that was my fault. That one too. That one I'm not quite sure. Let's pass this stupid spike trap and avoid this little guy here and... What?! It fucking exploded! The prehistoric world is where I started to lose all patience and wanted to die. And of course it had to be a snow level, since I fucking hate the snow. I am probably doing this the wrong way, and someone is most likely gonna tell me how to do it correctly. But damn it, there are so many ways of controlling this stupid ball that you can't even keep track of what you can do. Just trying to get this ball up these slopes and oh, there I go. Whee! Then we've got the lava level, where there are a bunch of boulders rolling down and you barely have momentum enough to avoid these bastards. Again, I'm probably doing it incorrectly, but why am I dying in one hit? I love it when the camera angles completely fucks up my platforming, thank you very much.
Yo, check this out! That was fun, wasn't it?
And then all of a sudden, gravity! Yeah, we're in freaking space now. I've noticed that this game is throwing gimmicks at your face like no other. Sure, a theme is a theme, but damn it, I've barely got time to get used to one thing before another thing gets introduced. When you feel like you have mastered something, you're welcome to something completely new that will most likely screw you over multiple times before you get enough control over whatever the game decides to throw at you. Like a stupid wall glitch that will kill you. That's always fun, right? Why did you guys want me to play this? Okay, let me try and think of something that I liked about this game. I like the scream you make when you die. Definitely didn't grow tired of hearing that. Honestly, the gameplay is alright, but the level design does not complement the playstyle all that well. Too many unfair situations and obstacles that don't really make any sense. You're not really that quick unless you gain enough momentum, but I felt like I had to be extra careful as soon as I proceeded to a new part of a level, so I stopped multiple times just to be sure I wouldn't die of anything stupid.
Yeah, go ahead, call me salty. I'll prove to you that I can handle it. Oh my god.
I finally managed to get to the final boss. It's a giant robot. What do? Well, first off, you have to go inside his foot. Ew. Watch a minute and a half cutscene of you taking over the robot and then fight the Oogie Boogie Glove as he's in his own robot, barely being able to avoid any of his attacks, so you better be stacked up on enough lives. But I managed to beat him in the end, and off he flies to the skies. Space. Well done! Out of this world complete! But you missed some garibs. Let me be happy for once! After bringing back the last ball, they all transform into crystals, gets placed back on the castle towers, and the wizard is back to normal. Transforming the evil glove back to its normal self and reclaiming it, the wizard is back with both his hands back where they belong. On his body. And I beat the game. Congratulations! But you missed 6 bonus levels. I'm just getting upset. So that's Glover for the Nintendo 64, a game that most would consider being a hidden gem, and while I can sort of agree to a certain extent that it's a hidden gem, I would say it's a very dirty gem. I didn't think that this game was any bad, but I wouldn't give it any compliments either. It is a neat idea that we don't see very often, but it wasn't all that well executed. I felt like the game was making fun of me way too many times, and about 90% of all my deaths were from completely unfair situations that made me frustrated and honestly made me slam my fist on my table in anger a couple of times. Near the end, I just wanted to be done with this game, which proved to me that I would never touch this game again. But should you take my word for it? Nah, don't do it.
Alright, Glover is an okay game, but man is it annoying at times. Is this really a game that deserves a spot in your collection? It's still categorized as a hidden gem, so yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm sure you would have a much more pleasant experience with this game if you play through it a second time, now that you know how to control your glove better. Ball better. But, am I gonna play through this a second time? No.
This video was brought to you thanks to my wonderful Patreon supporters. If you feel like throwing some extra support my way, then you can head over to my Patreon page and receive some pretty dang cool rewards as thanks for pledging and helping my show stay alive. We've got behind the scenes commentaries for every video I make, and you can also receive a very special drawing, very much like this one, sent to your home. Ain't that cool? Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, especially on Twitter, as I'll be posting news, updates, and other random shit. Follow me on Twitch if you want to watch me live stream games and such, and we've also got a Discord group that you can join as well. Links are in the description.
I spilled like salt all over the script. Luckily, this was like the last thing I had to do. No, I got 2 more things to do. Fuck. This is why you don't do YouTube. Yeah, this is gross, I know.